to start with Julien, who will bring us to the Amazon and to this fantastic technology that is the limelight. Julien, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. I did not introduce myself in the chat yet, but I'll do it after my presentation. I'm Julien. I work in Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada. I'm a French-speaking Canadian, so that's why I have a big accent like that. But I'll do my best. So I will present a big project that we did at Outreach Robotics. We were really lucky to participate in the X Prize Rainforest competition. And I'm going to show you today what Outreach did for the winning team, which is Limelight Rainforest. It is also the same presentation I did at the ICPC in Peru. So the X Prize Rainforest, for the one that you don't know what it is, it's a global 5-year competition in which the teams were asked to monitor 100 hectares of tropical forest in 24 hours. And we had to write a report in 48 hours after that with all the information that we gathered. We needed to create some insights in between them and bring a report to the X Prize team. And we had one major constraint, is because we were not allowed to go physically in the forest. So we had to deploy everything, every sensor, every technical aspect of to gather some information. We had to deploy by drones or by remote stuff. So Outreach Robotics is an engineering firm in Quebec, and we were asked by Limelight Rainforest team to develop all the hardware and all the stuff that will be put in the canopy in the forest to then assess all the situation of this forest. So what we did is we developed a couple of things. The main thing is the raft, the canopy raft. So it is the structure in the center of the screen. The canopy raft is this carbon structure which was deployed by a big drone, the one on the right. This drone was able to fly 45 minutes, and it has a big payload capacity. And we also designed a custom delivery claw on the left with some electronic case, carbon fibers, and also servo motors, and also 3D printed stuff to drop those rafts into the canopy, so we could leave them there for 24 hours and then gather them after that. We also developed a custom winch to drop a water sampling and a surface sampling that I'm going to talk about a bit later. So in the raft, we had two payloads, two types of payloads. For the competition purposes, we had a specimen collection, which is intrusive, and we had a camera trap, which is non-intrusive in the forest. So it was two kind of solution to gather some information about insects. So the first, it's the specimen collection, which had two different type of strap. Those traps are I think it's common to be used to gather some insects. So there was the Malay trap and a pitfall. And the camera trap, it was set up with a camera and a panel and some LED lights that were flashing to attract the insect. And it took a picture every 30 seconds. And in 16 hours of sampling, we were able to gather about 7,000 images. And we were able to crop almost 500,000 insects. On each of those rafts, we had also some acoustic trackers. So we had our own system. It's an array of microphones. On each structure, there were 8 microphones positioned in all the corners, like you see on the left. And with those acoustic tracker, we were able to triangulate every bird sound that we could hear. By triangulating them, we were able to position where the sound came from. And with multiple rafts, we had 10 in total in the 100 hectares of the plot survey. We were also able to triangulate and position exactly where that sound came from. So This new feature, it helped us to gather some really nice insight. We have one example here. You can see all the raft where they were positioned, and you can we were able to assess like a kind of a small competition in between two types of toucan. And this is just an example of where we hear the sound of the toucan, but we were also able to track them. So if those toucans were flying and together, for example, we could see their movement around the map, and we could see like where they stop for sleeping, where they stop to eat, or where they go to eat. But we could see also some clear definition, like this line, this white line here, where the white-throat toucan did not want to bother his friend, the channel-billed toucan, and this is the kind of insight that we put in the report afterwards. So this acoustic trackers was all developed in Sherbrooke with Outreach Robotic, and also in from a lab in the University of Sherbrooke. So we had also two other types of hardware that we used to gather some eDNA information. We had the surface sampling and the water sampling. So those two surface sampling methods help us gather some eDNA information, and we were able to gather some water if we like. It was really difficult to find the water in the plot, but as soon as we found it, we were able to sample like almost 54 liters of water. In the end of this competition, we were able also to manufacture and make hardware that is commercially available. This is the EntoCam and the EntoBeam. It's based on the idea of the camera trap system that was deployed in the raft, and now you can buy this system. It's off the shelf, and you can take some pictures of the insects in your area, and it's based on a hunting camera. You also have a attractant light, and it's 0 to 20 watts attractant light that you can adjust as you will. So at Outreach, we do multiple stuff. We like robotic and also environment. And I had a video of about 2 minutes, but I don't think I have time now to show it. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can watch it.
Thank you so much, Julien. Yeah, please share this video in the chat, and thank you for sharing your amazing words with robots. We don't have time for questions, so we are moving already to the next one. But if you have any question for Julien and everything Outreach Robotics is doing, please ask them in the chat, and he will be happy to answer. Thank you, Julien.